You. Mr. Crowley is recognized.
Thank the Chairman. I'm going to get right to questioning. Ms. Dozen, would you agree that the U.S. manufacturing industry, and more specifically the U.S. auto industry, is in far better shape than it was on January 19, 2009?
I guess so, yes.
You would agree with that. I'd agree as well. I think that the deal that was worked out by Ford CEO Alan Mulally, as well as with President Obama, and working with Democrats here in the House on a rescue package for the U.S. auto industry, and it worked and literally saved millions of jobs and created new jobs in our economy. Would you, Ms. Dosen, Ford received a federal loan guarantee from the Department of Energy through the Advanced Technology Vehicles Manufacturing Loan Program in the amount of $5.9 billion. The goal of the loan was to provide capital to the U.S. auto industry for the purposes of funding projects that help vehicles that are manufactured in the United States. Did this program benefit Ford and saved jobs here in the United States?
Well, in my testimony, I talked about all of the things Ford did to restructure itself, and that included, completely overhauling a great deal of the business. And once we did that and reached a point of financial viability, we were in a position to go look for funding to accelerate the plan. And when we do that, we'll go to the lowest cost source of
so you would
funding,
agree that
and we did go to the government for
that
those
particular loan program
DOE loans, and it did support jobs in many facilities, probably over 30,000.
My time is very limited, so that specific loan program was beneficial to your company, was it not?
It was.
Thank you. So you'd agree that these loan programs are generally beneficial to job creation, would you not?
They were a good low-cost source of borrowing at the time.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Beck, if President Obama did not create a rescue package for the U.S. auto industry, a package championed and crafted with the support of Ford CEO Alan Mulally, where would your business be today?
Probably wouldn't be, well, I think Ford would have probably survived, and right now
Where would your business be today?
Very good.
You'd be good if GE and, if Chrysler and GM had gone under.
Right now, most of my work is with Ford.
So you think that overall, do you think that Ford would have survived had the others gone down?
I think Ford would have survived.
I think many economists would disagree, including Mr. Mulally, who
I just gave you my opinion.
It's my time, so I'm going to take it back, and I'm going to say that many economists would disagree with your position and would suggest that the entire industry would have collapsed, and therefore your business, had we taken the Romney approach of let Detroit go bankrupt, I think your business would have gone the way of the Studebaker. Finally, I just want to follow up on what my colleagues, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Schock, were talking about before in terms of interpreting what President Obama's comments on how no one is an island and America is a society, and so that behind every successful small business is another hand to help them get there. I'd like to think that I didn't get to Congress on my own, that the fact that my parents saw to it that I had the right kind of education helped along the way, that people who helped get me elected helped me get here as well. So people are ridiculing him because they're parsing the words, distorting his words, but I think the President was right. Mr. Hart, do you think that we as a nation, that we owe a debt of gratitude to our veterans? Do you think that you would be where you are today without the work and sacrifice of our veterans and the men and women who died to protect the interests of this country?
Yeah, clearly an important part of our society.
You would agree, would you not? Important part of our society, people dying to maintain our way of life is an important part of society. That's
correct.
That's the level of enthusiasm you give to that. Would you
I'm
imply
I'm not here to political
just
labels.
Again, I'll reclaim my time. I'm surprised by the lack of fervency there. Do you think that we owe a debt to those individuals? Do you think that your company could have survived had America not survived, had those soldiers failed in their attempt to maintain our way of life, our capitalist way of life?
In no way we could have survived.
I'm glad that you agree that your business would not have survived had those sacrifices
Mr. Crowley,
been made.
I have to say that this line of questioning is really not on topic.
Mr. Chairman, it is on topic.
You have a few seconds. Why don't you
Mr.
conclude?
Chairman, with all due respect, Mr. Schock raised this point, and I'm clarifying the point Mr. Schock
With,
raised.
complete your questioning.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. None of us would be here, none of us, without the patriotism and dedication and sacrifices of our veterans. So I urge all my colleagues to stop questioning the patriotism and dedication of our military, our veterans, and stop playing politics with the president's remarks.
The gentleman's time has
No
expired.
man or woman is an island.